The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Just a reminder, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., make sure you put in your phone. We have Q101 tickets for Twisted Christmas, the Black Keys. You'll get in for free. All the tickets to purchase are at Q101.com right now. You should go do that anyway. You can always sell those and make money on them. The one thing you can't buy is the Black Keys record Hang at the Empty Bottle. You can only win your way in from Brian and Kenzie on Q101 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, as we did sports earlier and talked about the fight in the Timberwolves-Warriors game where Draymond Green choked out Rudy Gobert. Here's what it sounded like.
On his jersey, Jaden McDaniels puts his hand on his jersey. Now they're swinging each other around. Gobert gets in there. Draymond's got him in a headlock. There's a lot happening here.
Kind of an understatement, a little bit.
I mean, that's when you got to take over and become a WWE announcer. He just got to went, these guys are fighting here, and it's not good.
I always wonder about that with announcers, whether they're in baseball or basketball is where we see a majority of the fights. If the teams pressure them to not turn into Jim Ross when a fight breaks out.
Yeah.
They're always very subdued about it. And it just feels like that. If I was an announcer, that's when I would make my moment. I'd want to be a part of that action. Yeah.
That's when you become Harland and make that iconic
exactly.
audio, and you're there forever when the guy runs on the field. He's the best at it. Draymond Green, after the game, said, and here we are. We have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They gave up all those first-round picks for a guy who can't shoot and can't fight. That's just crazy to me.
Now, I like Draymond Green a lot. I love this. Yes, I do. I love this era of the Warriors team. I think Draymond's incredibly underrated. I think Steph Curry as an all-time player is incredibly underrated, and he's, won a lot of titles, and still, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. I can't support Draymond here saying Rudy Gobert can't fight because Draymond did a run-up from behind and start choking him. Yeah. It wasn't a fair fight.
Yeah, listen, Draymond Green does have Dennis Rodman energy, but at the same time, it was a cheap thing to put him in a MMA headlock from behind.
Gobert never had a shot. Gobert was fighting somebody else, and then Draymond ran up and choked him from behind.
If you're going to square off, yes, I want to see that.
And I still think Draymond could take him, but it's the quote looks bad in context.
Rudy Gobert very lanky. I don't know if he could take Draymond Green.
I keep thinking of Rudy Giuliani, the lawyer. And that's my mental image. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I don't know. I just where my head keeps going.
I didn't know he played basketball.
No.
I'm trying to think of a comparison.
What a career, honestly, at that point.
If Rudy Giuliani was fighting, who would play Draymond Green in that character to be related to that size in her head of who's fighting?
I don't know the thought exercise on that. I don't know.
Why can't I just imagine those people?
Just go to Rudy Gobert and Google image him, and then you'll see what he looks like.
I feel like I need to go lay down after you ask me that question.
Now, getting with the Bulls at the Madhouse tonight, it's the Orlando Magic. Zach LaVine is in play to be traded.
He's a lot different looking.
Yeah, he's not. He does not look like Giuliani.
Oh, it makes it less. Imagine Draymond Green choking out Rudy Giuliani. It's just kind of like a funny image.
That's amazing. The thought of that is hilarious.
Now it's just almost disappointing. I apologize.
Also, if Draymond Green held the headlock, Rudy Gobert would have looked like Rudy Giuliani at the end. If he held it until he died and he bloated up, that's what he would have looked like.
Oh, my God, that's evil.
I'm just saying how it would have looked.
Don't body shame.
Well, he's dead. He's bloated and dead at this point.
Rudy Giuliani? He's alive.
I'm not.
He's alive and well.
I'm not upset about body shaming him.
You're body shaming him.
I'll get over it.
Very rude.
Zach LaVine's in play for a trade. The 76ers are showing interest. The Lakers, the Warriors, and the Hornets. Now, will it happen? I don't know. He's got a max contract, very hard to trade for. And what will people give up that the Bulls will be accepting to give him up? But I don't think Zach LaVine will be here. Now, the trade deadline's a long way off.
It's February, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be here. I think if they're going to really make a deal and go back on their word that this team can just do better if they're healthy, that's what they started this season as. We want this lineup to do one more run. I think now they're realizing it's not going to do one more run, and they have to make some major changes.
Where do you think Zachy Wacky's going?
Well, any of those teams, I guess. I don't know. I mean, right now.
Lavini Weenie.
Lavini Weenie? Well, he's not going to get traded if we call him Lavini Weenie.
Lavini Weenie. Where's he going?
Teams will do their research. You know he's called Lavini Weenie. We can't bring a guy in like that.
I brought in a sign that's no.
Also, some more Bulls news. Very nice story. Javon Carter helped CPS students at Roswell Mason Elementary School in North Lawndale. Through a nonprofit he started, he gave every kid a coat. 250 kids got cold weather gear for the winter coming up there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really I think that you see less and less athletes get involved in the community. And it was because they get traded a lot and they move a lot and they don't develop the same connection.
Yeah.
Because you used to have those legacy players, right? That they were synonymous with the city. And there's less and less of that because it's shorter contracts. It's money based. And I get it. But I do love seeing people embrace the community. Allen Robinson was huge on that when he was here. He opened a lot of reading rooms for the Boys and Girls Clubs, and it was awesome. So I do think that it's really cool because I don't think enough players get involved in the city, and so I love to see that.
That's awesome, and that will exist after if he goes away. Like his charity he started here will continue to help those people in those
Really
neighborhoods. Interesting survey done of kids playing sports. Kenzie's talked a lot about her kid Tristan, who plays tons of baseball. I'm not trying to do any PTSD here for you. I'm just saying he plays a lot of baseball.
We just got done with the season. Just let me have my break.
Oh, I thought he's in another one already.
No, so it's over 6 months out of the year because he starts in spring, goes all the way through summer, and then did fall ball with just ended. So and he's like, when am I going to be signed up for? Okay, just sit down. Santa's watching. Sit down.
Wow, you threw the Santa card at him.
Santa's can't hear you. It doesn't sound very grateful.
Well, right in his age range, there was a survey done by the Aspen Institute about all the kids in America and sports that they choose to play. And baseball is actually down the most. 20% of people in that core are not playing baseball. 13% down playing tackle football, which I guess I kind of expected the more and more about head injury stuff comes out.
So, less kids are playing baseball?
They're not choosing baseball. They're playing sports, but they're not choosing.
Which one are they choosing? Football's down too.
So, tackle football's down 13%. What they're choosing, up the most, 51%.
Up 51.
Tennis.
Oh, my God, my son loves tennis.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God.
Is he playing tennis?
I mean, in a community court thing.
Yeah.
There's not tons of teams or anything because he's in 4th grade. Wouldn't you? I think junior highs and high schools have teams. That would be awesome.
Sure.
But I mean,
it's
much
before then.
easier to find a baseball team or a soccer league than it is a tennis team in 4th grade.
Well, also
it's very Beverly Hills. I hope that we don't have that. We're in Elgin.
The sports that are going up are like that. Golf too, 32%, which is always considered a rich guy's sport, even though it's it's not.
Low impact and you can play forever. I mean, I get it.
These are the sports that. When you think of the other ones, even baseball, people can get hit in the head and have those things, and tackle football,
I
of course.
always prefer tennis because I'm not really a team sport person.
That's shocking.
It makes me so... Shut up. I do not like...
Nice.
Hey, Kenzie, pass the ball. No, I'm not passing the ball. No.
I don't like being told what to do, and I don't like people yelling at me.
Sure.
I don't like people bummed out when I don't do good. Oh, shut up. We all paid money to be here.
Yeah.
You're
So
yell
actually,
at me. I paid the same amount. I'm allowed to do bad. I don't like the energy at all.
And you're upset that I said it's shocking that you're not part of a team sport person.
You didn't have to say that though. But so I was a singles in tennis person, and also not great. But at least it was just me being upset with myself. I can take that.
You're like, I suck.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
aware already.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren coming in, take over on this kind of beautiful day in November here with Brian and Kenzie, and the rest of the day with Lauren. So find out what she has going up here in a little bit. She'll be in. But tomorrow, not only do we have the Q101 Twisted Christmas tickets coming up at 8 a.m., plus you get into the thing you can't buy. You can't get anywhere but here, is the Black Keys record Hang at the Empty Bottle. Also, Ticket Blitz Thursday for tickets to see AJR. How about that? That'll be at 8:20 and 9.
And then what's happening at 9 o'clock tomorrow, Brian?
What?
9 o'clock tomorrow is Better Than Ezra in studio to perform live, and we'll talk to him as well.
They're playing a bunch of songs just like Everclear did about a month ago for us in the lounge on the morning show. They're going to be hanging out with us at the 9 o'clock hour. Going to be a fun time.
Action-packed, man.
And then they're playing tomorrow night at House of Blues.
Yeah, I love that venue. I love it so much. I should go to that show tomorrow night.
You should.
I think I might.
You know what Brian said?
What
It was funny.
I just said stuff there.
He goes, well, if I go see Better Than Ezra, then I have to hang out at the studio all day. And I go, you could go home. You live 20 minutes from the studio.
Not even.
You're like, well,
Yeah.
I'd have to be downtown all day. You live downtown, Brian.
I know. God, it's so...
When I go to a musical night, I go home to Elgin and come back.
I could take the train in like about 20 minutes, or I could
he's
drive
like,
a couple miles.
I can't go home the entire
Yeah.
day and see my family.
I'll think about it. Anyway, takeaways from today. Case, what do you got?
Emma checked in. She said Jimmy Hoffa was just a nice guy loaning his friends money.
Oh my God. I feel so bad for him.
he
I
got
can't believe he
mur-
went to go have a meeting, probably to get his money back.
Yeah.
And they killed him.
Well, we don't know. He disappeared. Maybe he's just
Not
hanging.
looking good.
Maybe he's hanging out with his friends for the last 50 years that he gave money to.
Maybe they bought him 2 tickets to paradise.
That could happen too.
Okay, double features my takeaway. Rudy Giuliani is the king of basketball chokeholds.
And finally, takeaways from Rob checking in. My takeaway is Kenzie wants her own Teamster as a pet.
I love them. I just, they're such hard workers, and I just now have a total adoration for Teamsters.
Now, when you watch The Irishman again, will you understand it better after today's long conversation about how it all works?
I don't know. That movie's awful, and I love mob movies, but boy, does that one suck.
It's long.
Oh yeah, once they show him at a nursing home, I'm like, couldn't you just put the words on the screen and then he went to a nursing home?
And then he died.
I don't want to watch this step by step.
You miss a moment, you miss a lot to miss today. So go back and check it again. Q101.com is where the podcast is housed, or anywhere you get your podcasts.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.